Do you know how to judge who is stronger between two players? Normally, each player has their own traits. First, we need to define what strong means. Are we comparing batting average or home run counts? However, in the past decade, if you asked me this question, I wouldn't even need a definition. I would just tell you straight away, Mike Trout is definitely stronger. That's because Mike Trout's strength is just that overwhelming. Mike Trout was born in 1990 in New Jersey, USA. His father, Jeff, once played in the minor leagues, but unfortunately, after 4 years in the minor leagues, he had to leave the field due to injuries. His mother, Debbie, was a softball player. Mike Trout comes from a family of athletes, perhaps inheriting athletic genes from his family. Mike Trout's father later became a baseball coach, so he started playing baseball from a young age. He watched his father coach high school players and quickly showed his baseball talent. He not only grew tall and strong, but also faster and more agile than other players, and he loved baseball very much. His favorite team was the Philadelphia Phillies, the closest team to his home, and his favorite player was Derek Jeter, the captain of the Yankees. So, he used to wear a number 2 jersey when he was a kid. Although Mike Trout showed exceptional talent from a young age, his father, Jeff, had experience in the major leagues. He knew well how much effort and pressure it took to reach the majors. That's why he never put too much pressure on Mike Trout. He encouraged him to stay humble, follow his passion, focus on academics, and try out more sports, which shaped Mike Trout's mature mindset. He had a strong physique and speed like a football player, and he played for both the baseball and basketball teams in high school. On the baseball field, he played as a pitcher and shortstop. He once pitched an 18-strikeout no-hitter game, but in batting, he performed even better, hitting .450 in his sophomore year with 19 stolen bases. In his junior year of high school, Mike Trout was moved to play outfield. It was also during this year that he set a New Jersey high school record with .530 batting average and 18 home runs. As we all know, New Jersey has a cold and rainy climate. They cannot play baseball all year round, and a baseball season may only last a few months, which is why, even though Mike Trout was playing exceptionally well, he still didn't get much attention. Most scouts felt that the Northeast region wouldn't produce outstanding hitters, or they weren't willing to spend time watching games there. Only one scout discovered and believed he would become the best player in the world, and that was his father's former teammate, Angels scout Greg Morehart. Greg Morehart discovered that as a right-handed hitter, Mike Trout could run from home to first base in just 3.9 seconds, showing excellent base running speed. He could also hit home runs through both pull hitting and push hitting, demonstrating excellent power and hitting skills, along with a strong physique. As Mike Trout improved, his reputation gradually spread, and more teams began to pay attention to his existence, including the prestigious Yankees. However, most teams still didn't favor players from the Northeast, and some scouts even felt that Mike Trout's batting stance was not ideal. Eventually, in the 2009 draft, the Angels finally selected Mike Trout with the 25th overall pick, paving the way for his brilliant career. In 2009, Mike Trout began his professional career. It took him 2 years to rise from rookie league to Double-A minor league. During this time, he was selected for the Futures game. He also climbed from 85th to 2nd on the top prospects list, trailing only Bryce Harper. In 2011, he was called up to the majors for the first time but performed poorly, batting just .163 in 12 games, then was sent back to the minors. By the end of the season, he played a total of 40 games in the majors, hitting .220 with 5 home runs, while in the minors he had .345 batting average, indicating that Mike Trout had not yet fully realized his potential in the majors. The following year, in 2012, after hitting .403 with 6 home runs in Triple-A, he was called back up to the majors, and this time Mike Trout didn't waste his chance. Upon his return to the majors, Mike Trout's batting average soared to .500 at one point. By the end of the season, he hit 30 home runs, stole 49 bases, leading the league, scored 129 runs, also leading the league, and displayed outstanding performances in stealing bases and defense. This made him an easy choice for American League Rookie of the Year, as well as winning the Silver Slugger Award and Gold Glove Award. He even ranked tune in the MVP voting, only behind Miguel Cabrera, the Triple Crown winner. At this time, Mike Trout was only 21 years old. It's hard to imagine how terrifying he would become in the future. In 2013, Mike Trout continued his dominance, becoming the youngest player ever to achieve a perfect batting cycle. He was selected for the All-Star game, once again won the Silver Slugger Award, but unfortunately finished second in the MVP voting for the third consecutive year, again behind Miguel Cabrera. Nevertheless, his performance was enough to prove that the Angels didn't misjudge him. They secured him with 6-year, $144.5 million contract extension. In 2014, Mike Trout lived up to expectations, winning the All-Star Game MVP. He hit 36 home runs and had 111 RBIs throughout the season. He finally won his first MLB MVP award and led the Angels to their first playoff appearance in his career. However, their postseason journey ended disappointingly, being eliminated by the Kansas City Royals in the division series. Since then, the Angels haven't made it to the postseason again. In 2015, he became the youngest player to hit 100 home runs and steal 100 bases. He also became the first player to win back-to-back All-Star Game MVPs. He hit a career-high 41 home runs. It's worth mentioning that during the New Year's Eve of 2015 to 2016, while others were celebrating, Mike Trout posted a training video on his Instagram. In the video, he was pushing a large truck tire, and upon closer inspection, there were several dumbbells inside the tire adding weight. This showed us that his outstanding performance on the field is not only due to his talent, but also his hard work. In 2016, he hit 29 home runs and stole 30 bases. He was selected as the MVP for the second time in his career, leading the league in on-base percentage and walks. In 2017, he reached his 1,000th hit and 200th home run milestones, and he won another Silver Slugger Award. In 2018, he hit 39 home runs and stole 24 bases, leading the league with 122 walks, and once again won the Silver Slugger Award. Despite the team's failure to make the playoffs, Mike Trout continued to improve. His chase rate on balls outside the strike zone decreased each year, his slugging percentage increased, and he struck out less frequently. This demonstrated that even the top hitter was constantly evolving. In 2019, the Angels offered him a 12-year, $430 million contract extension, setting a record for North American sports contracts at the time. This essentially meant that Trout would retire as an Angel. In the same year, he hit a career-high 45 home runs, although he underwent surgery early, ending his season prematurely. Nevertheless, he still won his third MVP award, placing him among the legendary players in history, tied for second most. In 2020, despite experiencing a shortened season, Mike Trout's performance remained stellar, but unfortunately, the Angels still couldn't make it to the postseason. The Angels apparently didn't want to waste Mike Trout's prime. They brought in Shohei Ohtani in 2017 as a powerful ally and hired Joe Maddon as the coach in 2019. However, this Angels lineup seemed like how to lose, but turned out to be how to win. And in 2021, due to injury issues, Mike Trout only played 36 games, marking a new low since his debut in the Major League. After the downturn in 2021, Mike Trout bounced back in 2022. Although he only played 119 games due to injury, he hit 40 home runs with a batting average of .283 for the season, securing his 9th Silver Slugger Award in his career. 9 Silver Slugger Awards not only mark the most among active players, but also tie with the Red Star Barry Larkin for the third most in history, trailing only Barry Bonds with 12 and the 10-time winner Mike Piazza. In 2023, Mike Trout suffered from injuries again. Despite attempting a mid-season comeback, he only played 1 game before being placed back on the injured list, remaining there until the end of the season. He finished the season with only 18 home runs and a batting average of .263. Although still an elite performer among many, it's evident that in recent years, injuries have gradually taken him away from MVP-level performance. Mike Trout, as the premier star of Major League Baseball, doesn't boast explosive stats of 50 home runs in a single season or the dual threat of pitching and hitting. Instead, he's a quintessential five-tool player, capable of hitting, running, and fielding, with strong mental resilience and disciplined personality. Off the field, he's a role model player, staying away from controversies, avoiding self-promotion, cherishing his family, and frequently visiting hospitals and schools to meet young fans. He's undoubtedly one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Mike Trout has always been a low-profile player, even drawing some dissatisfaction from MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, who feels Trout doesn't market himself enough, causing MLB to miss out on significant revenue. Since Mike Trout's debut in the major leagues, he's written numerous records. By the start of the 2024 season, he has accumulated a total of 1,624 hits, 368 home runs, 1,106 runs scored, 940 RBIs, and 206 stolen bases. He has won his third MVP award in his career, and his career WAR has reached 85.2. Even if he were to retire now, Trout would undoubtedly be inducted into the Hall of Fame. However, with Shohei Ohtani's departure in 2024, further weakening the already feeble Angels, it remains to be seen if they can bounce back. After all, Mike Trout is already 33 years old. Can they make it to the postseason, or even achieve the dream of winning the World Series? Whether Mike Trout will become the most tragic hero, let's wait and see.